Hello.
Hello.
Welcome. Hi. Good to see you, my friend.
Great to
Welcome
see
to
you.
Underpowered. And Underpowered, this is our new show called Opening a Six Pack. I'm going to open a nice cold one with my good friend here. Hi, I'm Casey Cool. I'm one of the co hosts and creators of Underpowered. And this is my best friend, Eric Scott. Eric, say hello.
Hello.
Hello. And Eric and I are both Pokemon maniacs. And we're gonna open some packs today and talk about Pokemon TVC and everything Pokemon in between. So if you're interested in Pokemon, this is the place to be. Um, I guess where did it all begin for you, Eric? When did you fall in love with
Uh,
Pokemon?
well, I would say for me, my earliest Pokemon memories, my best ones at least, are sitting in my garage with you, summer between seventh and eighth grade,
Maybe in
and
sixth and seventh? Yeah,
we were middle school. We were
yeah,
playing Pokemon. We had
yeah.
our link cables, connected. We were trading. We were battling. The legend of marbles will live on forever in my mind.
Yes,
Um, those are the best memories.
yeah.
But we're here to here today to talk
Marbles.
marbles.
Marbles was a good one. So for those of you that know, in the original Pokemon Red and Blue, you could go to Cinnabar Island and whatever your third item was on the Game Boy Advance, if you um, were on the coastline of it and went up and down, you would get infinite of that item. And it was a really great cheat because you could have infinite rare candies.
Yep.
So but I remember when we tried to play the card game, we didn't really know how to play as a kid. Now, as we've gotten
We didn't know what we were
older,
doing.
no, we're just like, oh, this is a cool card, and
It's
no
got the
one
high
lets it change it.
number.
Right? Yeah. Um. So, but now we've gotten back into it. We've gotten older. We've collected. I've talked about some sad stories between Eric and I. I gave my son part of my old
Oh,
collection, and he lost some very expensive cards. And we live and learn. That's what happens with a little one.
yep.
Um, so, but Eric got really deep back into Pokemon because of Pokemon Arceus, and
Yes.
then your love of Pokemon cards because you were collecting sports card to Pokemon cards. What made you switch to the Pokemon cards?
Well, it, when I was a kid, I kind of collected everything. It was whatever
Yeah,
whatever was kind of in the season now. So we got into Pokemon cards when they came out, and yeah, thinking back on it, we would have been probably better off leaving all of those packs sealed and then now selling them for thousands of dollars a piece now. But it was just kind of whatever people were into, whatever we were collecting. Nowadays, I did get back into football cards because of fantasy football, and that kind of got the ball rolling for me a little bit. But what really changed it for me was collecting football cards. You really have to spend a lot of money
you
to
do.
be to have a chance at something good. And if you got to buy a hobby box if you want a chance at something autographed, an RPA, something really cool. And with Pokemon cards, it is a lot more like going to the 7-Eleven, getting a lottery ticket, and seeing what's there. You could win. There could be anything in the set in that pack of cards, and I
There
love
could be.
that. And the variety is great. The exclusivity is awesome, and the artwork is super cool. So
Also, the it's I know like there was a peak during the pandemic, and it's kind
yeah,
of everything's met there, but it's still the card collecting. It's the most balanced, right, in terms of
well,
return and what you do.
yeah, it's I would I mean, yeah, the bubbles kind of burst from, or at
Yeah,
least that's what a lot of people are saying. But I guess a lot of people are also saying it's just kind of leveling out. It's kind of balancing out. It's kind of getting back into it's normalizing basically.
yeah.
So there the big rush of the pandemic. A lot of stuff got opened. A lot of vintage stuff got opened. A lot of
It's
cards got graded.
right.
That's the big thing.
It's gambling for kids, as our chat's
Gambling for
saying.
kids.
Yes,
Gambling for
because
kids.
I knew that it's true. Like how many kids got hosed or like I'll give you this card for that shiny Charizard and the chocolate pudding. they're like, yeah, okay, at
Yeah.
recess. Because a lot of schools made it outlawed because kids were finessing each other
Yeah,
or
I mean,
like swindling each other.
if the fat kid was a Pokemon card collector, you could hustle him with your lunch, like easy.
Yeah, I'll give you 3 ring dings and
And a Snickers bar, and I'll
and
get you a
this
Slurpee after
Poliwrath.
school. Yeah.
Yeah, Pokemon cards are banned at schools for a long time, but now a lot of schools like kids can have them. Obviously, I think part of the reason where they were banned, they were a distraction in class.
Oh yeah.
But it's the gambling aspect for sure.
Well, yeah, that's the big thing, especially as an adult now. As a grown up with, I collect to collect. The trading card game is fun, but
yes, I like the game. I like the competitive aspect of Pokemon, like playing and beating and raising. And the card game is really fun, and it's interesting to see because the World Championships is later this month. It's 2 weeks from now. For those of you,
yeah, that's correct. That's correct.
It's in London this year, and we're going to be watching that. You'll be in town. But I think it's time, as you heard, I made a snap over here for us to crack into our first cold one, Eric. And I'm drinking a bubbly. What card pack are we going to open? Are we going to let the chat choose here?
I think we let the chat. We give the chat the reins to the ship.
Okay.
Or the reins to the ship.
The ship, yeah, it's not a horse. You mean the wheel,
the steering wheel to the boat, or the something to the something. Whatever.
Yes. They have the power. The power.
The chat, the power. So we're gonna kick it off with. I'm gonna open it up for a choice of 6 different Sword and Shield packs. So we've got here. Let me just.
Ooh, Shiny Fates. I like that.
Yeah, we got some
Shiny
good
Fates
ones
gets shiny Pokemon.
We got some good ones here. So we're gonna let the chat choose one of these 6. Astral Radiance. That's the newest, quote unquote main set that's out. Evolving Skies is always a hitter. Shining Fates is fun. That shiny Charizard, I'm still waiting to pull that.
Yes.
The
Are we all waiting
Charizard,
for a shiny Charizard?
Yeah, we all are, honestly, in so many ways, in so many different ways. Battle Styles is one that I think is cool that a lot of people kind of hate on, but realistically, Evolving Skies is kind of that's the premier pack of the bunch. But hey, we're gonna let the chat make the call.
Yeah. All right, chat. So let's take your votes in here. Evolving Skies, I see one. We're gonna let them go in there. I'm gonna give it about a minute left or 30 seconds for people to decide, and I'm gonna go with whatever I see. So far, Evolving Skies is taking it. Evolving Skies, which is the least rare?
The least rare of these packs. I mean, Astral Radiance. It's the one that's just out. It's probably the
most abundant because that's the new, right?
The most abundant. This is the one that you could go down to your local. I call it the nerd store, but your
Bartels and Rite Aids have them too, I believe.
Oh yeah, this is going to be a Target. Well, this is what you're going to see. So
okay. What about the Pokemon? Is that the Pokemon Go one, or is that a whole different
Pokemon
thing?
Go? So Pokemon Go is a seasonal set. It's kind of like Shining Fates, where it's special. Those sets you really can't buy them like in a booster box. You have to buy promo kits, tins, collector sets, elite trainer boxes. Those are the only ways you can get those. And they're typically smaller sets too.
Nice.
But Shining Fates has a lot of shinies though.
All right. I think Evolving Skies is our winner based on the chat. So let's go with that for our first pack opening.
I love it. I remember the last pack of Evolving Skies I opened up. It's a good one. Yeah. Let's see what we got in here. All right. We'll do the good old-fashioned card
Everyone loves a good old-fashioned.
Good old-fashioned, yes. So we got some water energy to start.
Okay. Some would say the best energy.
The best energy. I would agree. I like grass energy. I like grass energy in a lot of ways. Aroma Lady. We got a Moon and Sun badge.
Okay.
Rapid Strike Squirrel the Flying Dragon. We are just
You might
off
get a
to a
little
hot
flat.
start.
You're tilted a little bit. There you go.
I
There you
am.
go.
Thank you. Appreciate that. We got some Hitmonchan, some
Slack
Slakoth,
off.
Petalil, Pikachu making an appearance on our show today.
Okay.
Appreciate that.
Pumpkin Boo.
Pumpkaboo. Hydreigon is our
Okay.
reverse.
Now,
That's a good one.
okay. Explain to the viewers here. What are their types of cards, right? So that one has a special foil on it, correct?
So this is a reverse holo. So this is in the packs. So the reason we do the pack trick is because the packs are actually set in a specific order of rares, commons, and there's always slots. So this is the reverse holo slot, where you're going to get.
I'm going to move it closer to the screen.
Yeah, where you're gonna get that holographic pattern, but it's not going to be on the actual artwork itself.
Right.
So it's always in the same slot. Some of the modern sets, there are actually hits in this slot, so you can get a shiny Pokemon in Shining Fates.
Right. So it could be. It's not necessarily like a V Max or V or EX card, but because it's shiny, it's rare, right?
Yeah.
So, and for those that don't know, shiny is a different color palette variant on the Pokemon. So like shiny Scizor is green instead of red, or shiny Charizard is black. Okay.
So
all right, what's next?
So the pack trick, it makes it so that your ultra rare is in the last slot. So that's why we do the suspense, and let's see if we got anything. And
no, we got the evolution to Pumpkaboo. That's cool.
We did a little Gourgeist, but
that's what I like to call a suck pack. No, I'm kidding. That was a bit. So now, was the Hydreigon? Would that be worth anything compared to the?
I mean, it's Let me see if that's. It is an ultra rare, so
it could be worth it, like a couple bucks.
No,
nothing.
No.
Okay,
maybe 25 cents.
Yeah, 25 cents. There we go.
The value of something is what somebody's going to pay for it. How many people out there looking for a reverse holo Hydreigon?
Last time I bought that.
Too many. It looks great in a binder, and
it does.
And you know what? Maybe down the line to a collector, I've got some reverse holo Blaze. I've got a reverse holo Blaziken that is gorgeous.
Yeah.
So,
So okay. Well, now we know about that. So we're trying to get something that is considered in that final slot as greater than a holo. How does that compare to Astral Radiance in the chat? So Astral Radiance, how would that pack compare to Astral Radiance? What's Astral Radiance's big thing right now?
Astral Radiance has a Trainer Gallery subset like Brilliant Stars. So in that reverse holo slot, you can actually get a character. I actually have one.
Yeah, you want to pull that out?
Yeah.
So
I've got.
Well, I mean, you told me Brilliant Stars was a hitter, so I have a deal with my son for every 5 violin practices. Like every time he practices 5 times, while you look for that, he gets a pack of Pokemon cards at the end of the month, right? So if he practices 15 times, it's 3 Pokemon packs. So he had 15 practice for a month. I was like, all right, sweet. While you're at class, because he goes to a class for it, I went to the local Rite Aid and bought 3 packs, and I brought Brilliant Stars. And like everyone jokes, so the real intense people will weigh packs and weigh the boxes because this is 7 grams heavier. All right, because those cards weigh a little more, right? Like slightly. And I was like, oh, this is a thick pack. I kind of said to myself, joking. And then my son opens it, and he got a double hitter. He got one with 2 VMAX stars. And you were like, those are good cards, because I told you.
So the code cards themselves have different ways or weighed differently. Yeah. So these 2 code cards right up here, one of them's got a black border, one of them has a white border. They have different weight. They're weighed differently. So they specifically put the different code cards in the packs with the hits to combat the weighing of packs.
Oh, interesting. Good to know.
So you can often if you know what you're looking for, and that's why I didn't want to see the face of the code card to the to the viewers.
Oh.
You can look at the code card and depending on the set, know if you got anything or not.
So it's always like that. Like there's always okay. So which
It's
one? Which one is the hitter? Is it the white or the black?
it varies from set
It
to
varies.
set.
Okay.
You kind of have to know. I think it started, and don't quote me on this. I want to say somewhere back in the X
You're on
and
the
Y.
internet. People are quoting this. We're gonna clip this.
I'm no expert. I'm no expert.
I just
I'm
play
just a
one
guy
on
that likes
TV.
Pokemon cards.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's all.
Okay. So, but you're saying that it's just something you heard. Okay.
Yeah.
Interesting. So, okay. So let's say if we do get something that hits, right? And I think we're going to open another pack here in a second.
Yeah.
Let's talk about taking care of your cards. What do you think are the best ways to take care and place your cards?
Well, it starts with making sure that if you're going to open some packs, and you're obviously I'm on a level of a collector. I want to preserve my stuff. You want to make sure you've got some sleeves on hand. A lot of elite trainer boxes come with sleeves, but you can get 100 penny sleeves from any store that sells cards. Target, Walmart, your local mom and pop card store. They're going to have sleeves, so it's bare minimum have some of those on hand. Your plastic protectors are good. Binders are a good way to store, but I'd stay away from 3-ring binders. Depending on the way you store those, the rings can actually press up against your cards and damage them if you store them long term. Okay. But I keep my collection in just kind of a dark place. I don't display anything. I keep it in a dark place where there's not going to be humidity. The attic.
I go to a dark place. I go to a dark place in my mind.
Yes. But no, the cards in the attic, that's not a good idea. Those cards will be jacked up.
Oh, because of the air and how it gets so hot up there?
Yep.
So everyone should buy a safe.
Yes, a lock safe.
An airlock safe. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
And with an underground bunker, preferably an armed security guard. Depending on how much you pay, will that'll determine how armed.
Preferably a robot assassin.
Yes, a robot assassin. Yes.
All right, let's get to the next pack.
Let's
lay it out here. Let's let the viewers pick. Yes. Now, what do you feel about a binder and a sleeve as you put them together?
That's the best way to do it.
Combined?
Combine them. Yep.
Okay.
That's the best way to do it.
Put a sleeve on it and then there. Okay. And then there's the hard stuff too, right? That you use for grading. After we open this next pack, we can talk about grading.
Ooh, we'll talk a little bit about grading. Yeah.
Yeah.
So most of these are these are great sets. We got Rainbow Pikachu and this one. That's the big one. Brilliant Stars is we're hunting Charizards. That's what Brilliant Stars is.
So anytime you see a Charizard, you're hunting Charizard.
I love Brilliant Stars though. That is 100% my favorite set. Chilling Rain. I'm still looking for that secret rare alt art Blaziken.
Yes.
Rebel Clash is actually for being kind of old and kind of a forgotten pack. It's kind of an expensive pack to find. I love Fusion Strike.
Fusion Strike in the chat. We've had some asks about that. That's cool.
Fusion Strike is great.
Fusion Strike has the G-Max forms of the Pokemon starters, correct?
Starters.
Like it has the Rillaboom, the Inteleon, G-Max or Inteleon, which is a card I believe you have, right?
No, that I do have that card.
Isn't that from Fusion Strikes?
That is from Fusion Strike. The Inteleon, the secret rare alt art.
Yes.
That was one of my personal submissions.
Yeah. That's a cool one. All right, I think let's go with Fusion Strike.
We're going to go Fusion Strike.
Yes, we're going to
Fusion Strike. It's actually also one of the cheaper packs that's out there too. So if it's a set that you like, pick it up now. It's pretty cheap. It's like $3 a pack, something like that.
Now that's the other thing. Before you open this up, the unknown, the packs and boxes are worth more, right? Because it's the unknown, right? I always go to the Family Guy quote. Do you remember the episode of Family Guy where Peter Griffin's like, they get a boat or they offer a boat and like, you can take this boat or you can take the mystery box. He's like, the box. And Lois is like, Peter, that's a boat. He goes, yeah, but the mystery box could be anything, Lois. It could be a boat. Like, you know, when he's talking about that. And so I always think like it's that to like, what, how is the unknown worth more than the known? But all right, let's open this pack. Another cold one. Nice cold one with friends.
Another ice cold one. Cheers, everybody.
Cheers.
Hope you're having a great Friday night.
Mm-hmm.
I'm having a great Friday night because I'm opening packs.
Yeah.
Get a buddy.
Open up some
packs. Ooh,
yeah.
Sometimes those are. Let's flip that.
Oh, yeah, that could have been bad.
I don't normally do the pack trick in my.
I don't either. I'm like whatever, and if it's in the middle, I'm like, fire! Matching your beard.
I think I saw something sparkly in the back. So
okay,
let's. But yeah, fire is good. I'm gonna try to be a little. Try a different technique.
Heat more. Can you get that up closer? Can you get it up?
Yep, my bad.
No, raise your hand closer to the camera. There you go. Heat more. Musharna is kind of a weird Pokemon.
It is. I'm not really feeling Musharna. We got some Graveler.
Wow. They made that a psychic Pokemon?
Yeah.
It's Steel and Fairy. That doesn't make any sense.
Well, Fairy type is gone in this set. Although we'll be opening packs later.
Wait. Oh, it's just not in this set. There are still Fairy type cards.
No, there aren't. Fairy type was retired. I want to say back in Sun and Moon.
Really?
Yeah.
I didn't know that. I had a Fairy EX Togekiss. Okay, keep going.
Well, we'll be opening packs that there are Fairy types.
Oh.
Tonight. Some Toxel. Melton.
Hey, have you seen my stapler?
Vulpix.
Vulpix is a good one.
Oh, we got
bring that up close to the glass. Up closer to the glass. So Smeargle is the art Pokemon. If you play Pokemon Go and you take a picture of your Pokemon, sometimes he pops up and photobombs you and you can catch him. He learns to move Sketch, which copies moves. He's a good Pokemon for catching wild Pokemon in the game. Okay. And that's a foil, or what's that called?
That's our reverse.
Reverse holo. Okay.
So we got one more.
One more. Is it gonna be awesome? Is it gonna be
Oh also Sparkle.
Okay.
Secret rare. It's our first hitter.
Now, okay. That's a really nice card. Is that a rainbow rare?
No, this is a secret rare, so it's numbered.
Oh yeah, show everyone. Yeah, get that up real close there. If you tap your camera, your phone in the center, it should focus it. Maybe no.
Maybe it's 275 of 264 in the set. So
okay,
anything that's higher than the set number, it's going to be a secret rare. So
okay, that number is important in the bottom corner.
Yes. So I'm going to throw this in
a sleeve
right now. And
isn't that the guy from Milton? No.
So that's pretty cool. And you know what?
That'd be cool.
I think what we'll do is we'll include this card in our mystery box.
Our mystery pack. That's cool. Look at you.
We'll set this to the side. This can be yours. So this is going to go in a plastic holder and
Nice.
So,
we're just giving stuff away.
Excellent.
Excellente. Yeah. All right. So, okay, let's talk about the grading process. So that was like a nice card. And do you have any of your graded cards with you to show or talk about?
So I've got a few graded cards over here. So
we're only putting that. Hold on. We're only putting that card in an attic before we send. Actually, we're going to keep it in a microwave before we send it to the winner. List Exit winner. Shelby's in the chat. I think we're just going to nuke it and then send it to somebody.
Yeah. Put it in a microwave. In a microwave.
Yes. Double it up. Okay. So all right. Tell me here.
So graded cards, huh?
Yeah, graded cards. What are people looking for? What is a graded card? How does that process begin?
So, well, I mean, I guess the first question would be like, why would you grade a card, right?
Yeah.
And a lot of people think, if I pull a card out of a pack, it's got to be perfect, right? It's straight from a pack. It's fresh. I haven't touched it at all. it's got to be perfect. So why, what's the problem? If I put it in a sleeve, no worries.
Yeah.
Can you the EV back up?
Was that?
So
Oh, put it
put the
back up. Yeah.
put the EV back up.
Put the
So
camera
I've
back on.
got
Yeah.
yeah. So I've got this awesome Celebi here.
Okay.
I love this card. It's a prism card. And if you look at it, the centering is just not good. The top to bottom, the left to right, it's just the borders are off center. You can
Symmetry's
see,
off. Yeah.
yeah, the symmetry of it's off. So this card is not going to actually grade very well, even though it came straight from a pack. Let me see. I've got another good example of a card actually from Astral Radiance, and I want to try to get this as close to the camera as I can see. This is a card I pulled. It's one of the uh, character subset cards.
Yeah, that's one of. She's the steel trainer from
Yeah,
Heart and Gold.
and unfortunately, it's kind of hard to.
No,
A
so
little
you're.
tough. It's a little tough to make out, but the way that this card in particular was cut, the edges are just extremely, and I don't know if this is even going to work.
But it's slightly. It has some riveting to the edges.
The edges are riveted and frayed, and it looked like it was cut by a buzz saw. And a lot of cards, especially nowadays, I'm pulling a lot of cards out of packs that are just cut maybe a little rough, cut a little different. And to be fair, the Pokemon, they've been having to pump these things out. Demand has been really high. So if grading cards does a few things. You kind of establish authenticity for one. So if you want to resell your card, somebody's going to know it's not fake. You establish the condition of the card. Obviously, it's a graded card will be able to tell you, the year, the set, what it is, the condition, the grade. What's awesome about a lot of these grading companies is this is the serial number that follows this card. So you can go on PSA's website. You can actually pull up this card's information. You can look at how many other cards how many of this exact card were graded, how many, what the population of mint nines is. This is,
And where's the grade? That was a 9, you said? Yeah,
and you
can see it right under there.
Yeah.
Mint.
This is a 9.
And this is what grading company was this? This was
this is PSA. There's three that you want to go for. PSA is pretty much the standard. That's what most people use.
Give me some scissors. The scissors wouldn't help it recenter it. It would ruin the value. PSA. So PSA, what's the other? Beckett,
Beckett's another one.
And Beckett's been around forever, right? They were like
Beckett's been around a long time. Beckett, it's mostly known for sports collectibles.
And they have that book, right? That all those collectors buy.
The Player's Guide.
Yeah.
Or not Player's Guide, excuse me. Video games.
Yeah, right.
Cards. The pricing guide. So they were the standard price guide
for a long time.
Yeah, and they're a standard grading company. They're a reputable company. You'll get resale value on your card if you grade it with them. The last one, CGC, and this is actually one that I graded. Again, one that I pulled right out of a pack, and I thought it was a hitter. I sent it to CGC, and I was a little surprised when it came back at 8.5. And I looked really closely at the centering, and the top to bottom and left to right centering on the card it's pretty bad.
Do they give you notes for that? Like, hey, this is what we saw?
You can pay extra for notes.
Okay.
There's a lot of extras on these cards. You can pay for subgrades. You can pay for grading notes. You can pay. When I use CGC, I send in 10 cards. For CGC, you've got the serial numbers on the back, your QR codes right there. So if you go to the website, you can pay for extra high definition photos of the card. So there's a lot of extras that you can pay for, and for some cards it's worth it. Not every card should be graded though, and you don't want to use every grading company. Um, I've got these came out of mystery grading packs. This is a no name. This is a off brand company, Player One Services, and I'm not going to hate on them. I'm sure that the people that graded this card are um, awesome, knowledgeable, nice people. But I
Dracovolt's
can
cool. That I
I
used to
can
not like that Pokemon. That is a cool card.
yeah, I can open up that slab and I can
That's
take
not.
this card
Oh,
out.
and that's not a real reputable. That's not one of the big three.
Yeah, and with my PSA card, there's just there's no getting into this thing. You've got to take
So
some
what would
pliers
be
to it.
really funny and interesting if you took that card that they graded a 10 and sent it to one of the big three and see what they grade it.
So if you notice with the CGC, they do the 0.5 grade.
Yeah.
PSA does not do that. Beckett will do that. And a lot of people say that a CGC 9.5 is really a PSA 10 because PSA if you get to that 9.5 level, they're going to round it up.
Now, when you did something with C, you sent cards in. This was a if I can share with the audience, this was a trial and tribulation that gave you so much stress for weeks because it was routed. They're based out of Florida, right? CGC.
Yeah.
So you sent your cards to Florida, and they graded them. You got an email, and then the FedEx moving company brought the cards to your hometown, and then slowly brought them back to Orlando in the span of a week, right?
Yes.
And then it boomeranged back. So you were so stressed out about this. It was kind of like affecting a lot. You and I played D&D. You were so stressed out about it. I was like, man. So we went to Twitter on my personal Twitter, and I just started talking like, hey, FedEx, you suck. Like I was calling out. And they were really helpful with whatever bots or customer service they have there.
Yes.
But I was really surprised at how long that took. So, but that wasn't anything on CGC's end. It's on.
No. I don't know what happened. It is what it is. I've got my.
Well, you start going to because you've gotten screwed over on cards too, and that was through an eBay seller through the U.S. mail, right?
Oh no, that was just somebody stole my packet, or somebody just literally ripped open the envelope, took my card, and they delivered it to me anyway.
Right? Yeah.
I got my money back though. I got my money back.
So that's good.
I got my money back.
That sucks, but good.
But hey, let's open some sun. You want to open a Sun and Moon pack?
I would love to open a Sun and Moon pack. Let's see what you got. Let's see what
we got.
And we'll go to the chat. I see some people. There's more people in the chat. Don't be afraid to chime in and say what you want to open or what you see.
So let's we're gonna go with we'll do some base. I know what Casey wants to open. I know what I want to open, but
I want to open Tag Team. Tag Team is my favorite, and there's a reason behind that. So I got a card. I'd like to just randomly buy a pack from time to time, and one of the cards I gave my son was this card of Latios and Latias, which are these psychic dragon types, and Ruby and Sapphire that you can randomly run into and chase that I really like. They're strong. But I didn't know I had a rare art. And the rare art of that card, it's them like moving their heads together and making a heart.
Team Up is the most valuable pack.
Team Up is the most valuable pack.
Yes.
And that card, what do you think that's worth right now?
The Latios, the alt, it's the alt art. Yeah, I think that's the most valuable alt art card actually. And for those who don't know, an alternate art card, it was something that I want to say came out in Battle Styles.
So a PSA 10, if that was a PSA 10, which would be rare, it's $800 card right now.
Yeah. It's a good card.
Yeah, and it like you and I was so livid about it because my son, it was a good life lesson, but everyone's wanting Team Up in the chat, and we're gonna want Team Up too.
I don't think you're gonna argue with that.
No. So Eric and I have an agreement, gentleman's bet agreement, that if that card pops up, I get it. Where Eric is a Blaziken guy, he likes to get Blaziken, and Blaziken's his spirit Pokemon. Can you move the camera down more? Do you think on the center? There you go, and then move your mat up. Perfect. All right, go for it, buddy.
All right. Here we go.
Here we go.
Let's get this team
Ooh,
up.
is that Marshadow on the front?
No, that is Zekrom and Pikachu.
Nice,
Yes,
nice.
sir. Yes.
Um,
Good pack art. Good pack art on team up too.
Yeah, it's just cool to see. In competitive Pokemon on the video game, it's actually it's team. It's 2v2, where you have two Pokemon in at the same time, and so it's more true to the competitive battling. Because if you do the normal 1v1s, there's a very tight meta game.
So I believe it's 3 from the back for this one.
Okay.
So we're gonna go
Farfetch'd.
Farfetch'd
got a big. That's not a really great drawing. I'm gonna say that as much as Farfetch'd got a good upgrade in Sword and Shield to Surfetch to Farfetch'd. I really like that.
He did. Surfetch'd is a good one.
His shiny is awesome too. It's gold. Tentacruel. My cousin Ben's favorite Pokemon.
That's an OG. I always smile when I see an OG Pokemon.
Yeah, he's strong. I used to have him on a team that I ran that was a stall team that I loved. Evelyn. Evelyn's in the battle tower, I believe.
Ponyta, another.
Oh, Shelby says a black border. He saw it. Shelby paying attention, or unless.
Ooh.
Okay, Cosmog.
Cosmog. You got a Voltorb.
Squirtle.
Oh, Squirtle making me smile.
Bronzor. Okay.
Oh, we got a reverse. That's a nice one. I like that one.
Yeah.
And Starmie. Dun, dun, dun. Oh well.
So this is why I like just buying an off random pack for like $5, and then and if it hits, you're like, hey, it's like scratchers, you know?
Yeah, and I would say don't open team up packs like that thinking you're going to make some money, because that was about a $20 pack, and that's about 50 cents worth of cards. So it's fun, but you're not going to make money doing it.
It's fun. So you think about that. Yeah. And that's the other thing too. If you're doing this for making money, it's really hard, right? You gotta really collect it because you like it.
Well, the pandemic bubble, you could make money quick on Pokemon cards, and that's something that's really popular. It's fast cash, making it fast, and you could, and the demand was high, and you could be really, if you were savvy and you were a hustler, you could make money doing it, and it's, as like I said, as it's kind of leveled off, it's kind of normalized. It's kind of become a long game again, and it's holding on to things. As you look at prices of packs, every generation, your previous generation, those prices are going to go up. So hold on to stuff if you want to make money. Sealed stuff is the best, actually.
Yeah. Again, the mystery box. Just buy boxes.
Just buy boxes.
Speaking of buying boxes, why don't you show the class your new box that you bought? That is so BA.
My new box?
Your Blaziken box. You be proud of that. It's cool. I had to talk to him. So I got a text this week, and it goes, I did something that I promised myself I wasn't going to do. And I'm like, did you get like a tattoo, or did you get like another cat, or what did you do? And he sends me a picture of this. Because again, Blaziken's his favorite Pokemon. So Eric is a lifelong martial artist. Blaziken, and Eric's really the strongest kicker I've ever met. Blaziken is a chicken that is a fighting Pokemon that has super strong kicks. It's Eric. And so that Blaziken box was really, really cool. And I think that's awesome that he did that.
Well,
but
that's
how much willpower does it take not to crack that thing open?
Quite a lot. This is, I think something that's important to do if you're collecting Pokemon cards is kind of pick a lane, figure out, kind of. Otherwise, you're gonna spend a lot of money on stuff that you don't really want. And my lane was Blaziken's my Pokemon. I'm gonna collect Blaziken cards, and that's great for my collection. But I really want that. So the Mega Blaziken promo card in that box is hard to find, and I can't find one in a 10. And my guess is a 10 is going to be at least $1,000.
Right.
So I don't want to spend that money on that card.
Right.
But
Right.
if I could find one in a box and grade it, and it comes back a 10 because it's been well preserved and it just happened to be well produced, that could be the answer for my collection. But I like that. I like that sealed right now. It looks really nice. The packs inside are the value of those is going to go up. So the box itself, everything, it's all going to go up. And um, sealed products, it's
Nice.
kind of
Yeah.
the best way to get your money back, I guess.
Right. And just to be clear too, I know in the chat we're talking. Hey, if you want to win some of these mystery packs we're talking about, make sure you're talking in the chat. It's Texas Winner and Dizzle. It looks like it might be just Dizzle's. I don't feel like I feel like Shelby is a little underhanded in this trying to win. I don't think we can let that happen. But Dizzle, I think it might be your day. So okay, I say let's just open another one. I think
Let's do it.
This
Let's
is pack
keep it
5
rolling.
or is this pack 4?
This is pack 4. Last audience choice or last chat choice too. Then we move on to
They're going to
you,
split
my
50-50. Go for
split
it.
it
All right.
50-50. That's up to them. So we're gonna move on to X and Y with our packs.
Yeah.
And so you want to pull up the camera.
Oh yeah, let me do that. Sorry.
Oh, you're good.
Wait, nope, not that one.
Oh,
that's for later.
Spoiler alert.
You'll see. Okay. We got Steam Siege. That sounds like steampunk, but it has a giant gold deer.
Steam Siege, we want to stay away from. Steam Siege is like a steamy pile of. There's a great Steelix card in there, but that's about it.
Steam Siege, more like steamy poo.
Steam Siege. I'm not even going to give the chat that option. We're going to do better than that. Okay. Roaring Skies, Dragons, Ancient Origins,
okay.
Dragons. Breakthrough. We've got Mewtwo cards and Houndoom. Evolutions is basically a reprint of base set.
Now there's still Dragon type cards, correct? In current Sword and Shield.
Yes.
So they only got rid of Fairy type because that's interesting. I can't. Fairy type card retired. Yeah, Fairy type cards have been pulled from the trading card game as a new for Sword and Shield. Maybe they'll bring them back for Scarlet and Violet. We'll see. Okay. Chat, go ahead. Make your pick. Roaring Skies. Roaring Skies, I have a couple cool cards from there too. They have these like random offset cards that are there's Rapid Strike in the current like Chilling Reigns. It's something like that. Where there's a really good Sceptile card where it's not an EX or Holo, but it's a really strong card.
I think I know which one you're talking about. Sceptile's and Ancient Origins too.
Is he? Sceptile's a cool Pokemon. We're going to talk about Pokemon starters here in a bit.
Yes, we are.
Before we end the show, we're going to do a couple other things. All right, chat. Evolutions, Breakthrough, Roaring Skies, or Ancient Origins? The hype, Blastoise one, Evolutions.
Evolutions.
That. Yeah, let's do it. Mega Blastoise.
It's one of the most popular sets to open right now, actually. Yeah. And I mean, chat, it's a great choice. I can't say the chat's wrong on this one.
Mm-hmm. Do it.
Like it'll take you. Let's go back. Let's go back in time a little bit.
Back in time. Back in time.
Ooh. Wait a minute. What do we got going on here? All right. So Here we go.
Trainer card.
Trainer energy removal or retrieval, excuse me.
Really quick, Dyslexic Learner talking about Blastoise backcan activated. I'm going to post it in our Discord, and if anybody that's new that's watching wants to join our Discord later after, there's this funny clip of in Japanese Blastoise's name is Kame, right? Because Kame means turtle. And, like Blastoises are shown cleaning cars. And the funny clip is Blastoise is using his back cannon, and he blows the top off of the car, and you hear the owner like, no! Like scream at him, and he's dishonored by it. Magmar's a cool Pokemon. That's original art, Magmar, right?
This is, I said, like it's a reprint of base.
Yeah.
Slowbro Spirit. Well, there's extras, but we got our, These should look really familiar to all of us in our 30s and our mid
You
30s,
boomers.
approaching 40s.
Oh no!
Oh no! Nidoran.
Nidoran's cool.
Shop. We got a Growlithe.
Growlithe.
We're getting a lot of
good old Growlithe. Ooh, what we got here?
But we got a
Diglett. Diglett dig.
I hope we got something in this last slot here. Mega Venusaur!
That's so Venusaur is my starter. That's a hitter.
That's a banger. I love it.
Look at that. Oh, that's cool. That's cool.
Awesome. That's awesome.
Yeah. Sleeving that one.
Oh,
let's
for
go.
Sure.
Let's go.
100%.
That was a sick pack.
That was a sick pack.
The Diglett was a sign. Praise Diglett.
Cheers to that one.
Yeah, nice, dude. Good job. It was the hype. It was the hype in the chat.
It was the hype in the chat.
Yeah.
That was Sorry, Cop. Okay.
Yeah, that was a big one.
All right, where do we go?
Put that back in there one more time, or put it with the sleeve. I want to see if it's. Look at the centering. How are the edges?
So got a little sleeve on there. Centering.
He's kind of sticking off to the side, but I don't know if I think that's okay.
It's a little, I'm looking at it. It's a little off. It's a little off left to right. It looks like top to bottom, a little bit too. I mean, this might grade a 9. Looking at the back, corners, edges, everything looks pretty good.
That's a different art style than the usual one. The usual one, he's more face on. Hold on, let me look at it again because I'm looking at this picture of it too. Go back over. Okay, so you see that top leaf, how it's off just a little in the corner. It's like that on when I see it online, so that's not too bad actually. Okay, all right, nice. Sick. That's a good one. So we should make a pile to get graded. I feel like okay, let's see. Like in a couple months, we'll send some in. Would you put that in the maybe grade pile? I'm not anti-hype. I am all about the hype. Hype. Beep beep.
Well, so my philosophy with grading, if it send in stuff that's going to be that you think is going to be a 10. I think that's where you kind of want to start. You don't want to. I've got most of my cards, most of my really good hits are just going to stay in sleeves and plastic holders and just be stored that way. And I'm fine with that. I don't need to grade those cards. Spending $15, $25 a card. Is it going to make it that much more valuable? I don't know. Like I said, the other thing is demand. If the card grades an 8, I look for 9s and 10s for my personal collection. And for some, specific cards, I want a 10. That's just me. There are people that specifically go after 1s. And I think that's super cool. You go after 1s, 2s, like just cards that are just ravaged. And but think about how much fun that is because you can buy a lot. The rarity of the card is still there.
Yeah. Which sounds like you're chasing that 10 dragon. He's always chasing the dragon. He's always chasing the dragon.
Yeah.
That was awesome. Again, for those that just joined and watching, show the card one more time that we unlocked to the class. Yeah, that was a big pull from EX. That's exciting. I wonder.
That's a good one.
We'll see. Yeah, let's get some more viewers in the chat. So, let's do another one. Let's keep the good time rolling. I get to choose. Okay.
You get to choose from what you've seen, and no duplicates, obviously.
I would like to do Shining Fates because I want a shiny Pokemon. I want to talk about shiny Pokemon.
You want to talk about shiny Pokemon?
Yeah.
Shining Fates. You're okay.
I think 3D Diglett is going to be a new emote in our Discord for everybody.
3D Diglett. You know what? 3D Diglett.
Diglett hype.
3D Diglett. I'm gonna sleeve up that Diglett, and that
put it in the mystery pack.
Yes.
Yeah.
It's going in there.
Good.
Praise be to the chat. All right.
All right.
Shining Fates. Here we go. Just a lot of great shiny Pokemon in this set. I'm still waiting to pull that shiny
Toxicity.
Charizard.
I always want to call him Toxicity, like the System of the Down.
System of Down, yes.
He's the System of the Down Pokemon.
Yes, all right. So we're gonna do.
Oh, it's Black Order, baby.
Yeah, well, we're back to 4 from the back. Is that 4?
So,
1, 2, 3, 4. I'm not that. I haven't had that much to drink tonight. Okay.
No,
we know we do it right if we got the energy card on the top.
Okay, yeah, I got lightning. Okay.
Lightning energy.
Can lightning strike twice? Oh.
Can lightning strike twice? We can get a double banger in this pack though.
That we
can.
Okay.
Shiny show up.
Can we get some hype in the chat?
Can we get some hype in the chat?
Diglett hype. We gotta make a Diglett hype.
The chat brought it last time.
Emote next.
Luxio. Maybe is Diglett going to be our good luck charm? Diglett shows up in a pack. Is he our good luck? I hope so. Team Yell Towel.
Yeah.
Thwacky. That's a cool looking card.
Thwacky's cool.
That's a good middle evolution.
Thwacky's the best starter in Sword and Shield. So let's talk about he's in the best starter.
Is it Thwacky or is it? No, it's Grookey's the starter.
Yeah, he's the best. I mean, that's the best starter by far.
We got some Yanma. Catch a lot of those in Pokemon Go. They're everywhere around my house.
It's summer. I think that's why.
It's summer. That's probably it.
Okay, we're hitting
Coughing. Those have been showing up a little bit on Pokemon Go.
Yes.
More Pecco.
He's the electric rodent this time, so that's another thing. Electric rodents in here. Horsey. Ooh, Snom. Snom's cute. Snom's got a cool evolution. But Bug Ice is kind of like, all right, let me just throw ice or fire or rocks because you're times 4 weak to both of them. But still funny design.
All right. So what do we
Position to call coughing COVID. Love it.
Snom, dude is
homeless. I mean, he's sitting on a bench. I think he's like Forrest Gump. He's just like thinking about life, waiting to tell his life story to someone.
He looks a lot like the dude that's sleeping on the bench when I walk my dog in the morning through the park.
Yeah, yeah. It looks like his butt hanging out. The same thing too. Yeah.
Okay. What do we got behind this thing? We got that Charizard.
Yep.
Oh, we got a Luxray Holo.
That's cool.
That's a cool.
Oh, it kind of pops out too.
It's not
Holo. Cool art. That's a really cool art.
I like that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So sometimes Holos can be worth something, right? Okay, yeah, that's a cool one. And a cool pop out art. Give him a nice newspaper. Yeah, for Snom. Snom lives under the newspaper.
Well, in the days when it was just the Holo.
That was it, right?
That was it.
Yeah.
That was it.
Dang. Well, that's okay. That's okay. Yeah. I can hope. Next time. There's always a future here. I like.
Should we just move on to my pack, or
I think so. Or how about we were trying to hit a starter. What if we rank our starters here?
Yeah, let's do that.
Yeah, and then we'll end the show with the final pack.
We'll do a quick little starter tier list here.
Yeah, let me zoom in for everybody at home here, so you don't have to look at my borders. Can you guys see that? Okay. Yeah. So
I need a little more S.
You need a little more S in your life.
I need a little more S in that tier.
Okay. Is that better?
That's better. There we go.
Okay. So
beautiful.
We have all the different starter Pokemon, and we're gonna rank them from S being the top and D being the worst, right? It's just an easy, simple. I think you can click and drag and drop. And I'm gonna start this off with a really easy conversation. And actually, can I make a lower tier? No? Okay. I'm just putting him in right there. Boom. Easy. With the count. He's so bad, he should have his own tier of being bad. Chikorita is the worst starter.
Can you drag him straight to the trash can on your desktop?
Let's see. Can I delete you? Let's find out.
Oh, I see you do have the new ones in there. Do you have the Hisuian starters?
I do not. We're just going to start with baby form, pure, right? You can equate that into your final answer for them. But Chikorita is the worst starter. Completely useless, 100%. Weird stat pull. Its stat pull actually could be good, but doesn't really get any moves that promotes it being super defensive. Anything you'd like to volunteer as tribute? Let me ask you this: what is a solid B? What's a solid B?
I'm gonna. You know what? as much as I am a fan of his final evolution, Torchic's going to go into a B.
Oh, I'm gonna give Torchic the A. To be
You're
honest
going to
with you,
go A?
here's why: the creator of Pokemon, that's one of his favorite Pokemon. So he gets the
Okay.
little bump from that.
He
Because
gets a bump from that?
yeah, because he's supposed to. In Japan, there's a thing about like getting colored chicks. Like you can buy during a certain time of the year. Like they'll dye baby chickens for kids to take home and play with as a pet, and then as they get older, they'll like go and get it butchered. Right, that's like a thing in Japan. And that's kind of what he represents of how he changes into that. Torchic's a solid start Pokemon, and Mega Blaziken is one of the best Pokemon in the game.
100%. So the thing is, though, if you're just going based on the starter, it's Trico.
Trico's
it's Trico. Trico is S tier.
Oh, I don't know about that.
You can't have Trico higher than Torchic then. That's my thing.
I think they can be the same. Because here's the thing. Trico, Ash had a Trico in the anime, and his Trico is really cool. So that's where you get the A there.
I mean, well then let's finish out Hoenn. Then where do you put
Swampert? I could argument Mudkip A or S purely because
S. Mudkip,
do you like Mudkips? Do you like Mudkips? He's one of the most biggest internet memes of all time. The coffee pasta.
I can't just look the first three. Mudkip he's
water
the least.
Ground. He has the best.
Just put all the Hoenn in. Let's put all of them in An and just move on.
We'll call
Hoenn starters are A tier.
They're all good. There's no bad
final evolutions though are S tier, and
yes,
that'll be a
all
debate
the
for another show.
Very solid. Okay, yes. What's one that's bad? What's one that you could put D or C?
A C.
This doesn't mean we don't like this Pokemon, but we just know it's.
To be fair, I love all the starters, except Chikorita.
Chikorita sucks.
Popplio.
Popplio is a solid C.
It's a C. It's they kind of missed. I see what they were trying to do. They just
the mermaid thing. It's very strong. It's very useful. They should have made a male variant like look a little different than the female variant. Actually, when I was on vacation with the Oregon coast, I got to feed some seals. They're super cute. So I was like, man, this is a real life Popplio. I was feeding. It did not have a clone nose. Okay, I'm going to volunteer someone for the C tier as well. I'm going to put Chespin in there.
I think that's fair.
Grass fighting is okay, but it's 4 times weak to flying. His final evolution looks cool. He just kind of gets lost in the shuffle.
Chespin, I think, has the best glow up.
Yes.
But I got to agree. C tier, Chespin, good call.
What about Fennekin?
Fennekin, I feel
Fennekin
is a Pokemon that I think starts out actually in like a B tier and then progressively moves downward.
Delphox. I think it's the inverse. I think it starts out bad. Yeah, because Delphox isn't that bad, and its shiny is really cool. It's purple and gray. But compared to like Greninja, so here's my first statement. Froakie's getting an S.
Go for it.
Froakie gets the black shiny. His ability's really good. He has the special form from the anime. Froakie's my first S tier there. Okay. I think Fennekin gets a C also.
Oh, I see in the chat some anti-grass Pokemon haters. I think as you mature, you appreciate grass Pokemon more.
What are they saying? Because I'm looking at this too.
I love grass Pokemon. Honestly, if you look at the final evolutions, grass has the most bangers.
They have some cool ones. Hold on. We can talk about the greatest grass starter. We pulled his card today, Bulbasaur. Number 1 in the Pokedex, number 1 in my heart. I would argue he is S tier.
He is so overlooked too.
Mm-hmm.
He is so overlooked. He is so in Charmander and Squirtle Shadow.
Mm-hmm.
Awesome Pokemon. Great.
So
Pokemon.
Are we just going to go full boomer and be like, yeah, and yeah? These are the S tier right here?
Oh.
Just all of Kanto?
Do we just throw Kanto as S tier? I feel like that's too easy. And honestly, I think Charmander goes A tier because he's too easy.
Because he gets so many different forms.
He's I have become.
Come on, man. Everybody loves Charizard. Charizard's S
Everyone
tier.
loves Charizard. I love Charizard.
Charizard stays. I'll be honest. Bulbasaur doesn't get enough love. We'll move Bulbasaur to A.
is probably an A tier.
And same with Squirtle.
I don't know about Squirtle though. Is there a half tier?
I know. Is there an A plus tier? No. But here's a grass Pokemon.
Squirtle's S tier. I think Squirtle's S tier. You have to put
your personal bias is getting there. Let's keep them in A, and then we'll do a final shuffle. Let's just start placing.
All right.
I think all of the Sinnoh Pokemon are B. And if we're going to move any up to an A, it's either Infernape or Piplup.
It's Chimchar.
Chimchar is very cool when he turns into Chimchar to Infernape. But Torterra in Pokemon. You haven't seen Pokemon Detective Pikachu yet.
No, I haven't. No,
dude, there's some live action Torterras, man.
So we're literally. So this is just the starter though, not.
This is the underpower. Who is the coolest baby starter form? Who are you taking? Chikorita is if we could just not have him and be like too bad. If we put X.
You know what? I keep looking at Chimchar, but then I glance back at Piplup, and I'm thinking Piplup.
Oh, Anaerobic. Hold on. Hold on. Okay. I'm gonna solve this problem right here.
Thank you.
There we go. All right.
There we go.
Good. And on the color here.
All right.
We're gonna make it
brown
because it's a big doo-doo. No, we'll go pink. Chikorita sucks. All right. Now there's a clear path here.
Yes.
What did you say before I interrupted Chimchar? Is the
I think we move Piplup though. I think Piplup is A tier. Piplup
is heavy
because Piplup has staying power though, and
here's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna take him. I'm gonna move him to A tier. I'm gonna move him to B tier, and I'm gonna move him to B tier. Even though I don't agree with it.
Although to be honest though, I think that looks right, and I don't want to
just because of public opinion. I don't, Bulbasaur is my number is an S tier to me. He's always good. Actually, I would argue.
No, leave him alone. Don't touch him. No.
Yeah.
No, that's wrong. That's wrong.
That's right.
That's wrong.
Bulbasaur and Venusaur is a great competitive. Fine. Squirtle gets the edge because of the Squirtle's God in the anime with the sunglasses. I'll give him that. Okay.
So why don't you do me a favor, and why don't you just go ahead and let's move Sobble into the C tier.
I think Sobble could be down here, but
you think Sobble D tier?
Sobble's final evolution is so disappointing. He's a good Pokemon. He's got good stats, but his whole evolution, oh, okay. You're a spy. You shoot water gun. Inteleon's very cool, but it's kind of wah wah. You know what I mean?
So Sobble was my starter for Sword.
Mm-hmm.
I thought, I love Inteleon. I think Inteleon's a great Pokemon.
Yeah.
A little.
He's kind of just everything Inteleon does, Greninja does better.
I still think Squirtle's better than Charmander. Anyway, that's fine. That's fine. Sobble down there at the D tier.
Here's one I know we can agree on.
Yes.
He's the most Incineroar. He's the most used in competitive Pokemon. He's strong. He's cool. He's a WWE wrestler. He's in Smash Brothers. He's got his own character. Same with Froakie. Notice that Froakie, Greninja, and Incineroar are both in Smash, and Charizard can be in Smash too, technically. So okay.
I think if I was to put a WWE tag team together of Pokemon Final Evolutions, it would be Greninja and Incineroar. That would be my tag team.
Scorbunny, I'll put as a C.
Yeah, C tier. And honestly, I think all the Galarian Pokemon are kind of down there.
I'm gonna put Thwackey as a B because Rillaboom is so cool. Rillaboom is the coolest starter.
You can't put him. You can't tier him higher because of the final. Remember?
Okay, I think he's just a better Pokemon. He's got a stick in his head that he donks people with. He's the cutest. You're like, oh, monkey, cute. You think he's a C?
Yeah, I think he's C tier. C tier. Um,
Here's another
let's.
one. Let's do Unova. Oshawott.
I'm a fan of Samurott. Hisui and Samurott, not so much. I'm a fan of Samurott, but Oshawott as a starter, C tier.
Yeah.
He's C tier. I'm sorry. He's just.
Where Snivy gets a bump.
I
And
think
here's
so.
my other thing. Tepig, everyone hates on Tepig and Embor. Embor has the coolest, and Tepig have the coolest shiny. They're gold. A big fan of the shiny.
I think Tepig's cool. I think Tepig's cool. My problem with Embor is he's just definitely not the coolest firefighting type.
Next episode, we will do a Pokemon game tier list. Absolutely.
Okay.
Absolutely. You know what? Langley's saying, I see Charizard. Listen, you're right. Charmander does not need to be. This is our list. We do not need to cave into the popular demand. Charmander, we're going to put it A because everybody likes it, and that's that. He stays there.
He's a great Pokemon.
Mm-hmm.
He is. He is. But I think we're a little oversaturated.
Yes.
I think we are. I think a Pokemon we can stick up in the A tier though is Cyndaquil.
I love Cyndaquil. Cyndaquil is my best starter in gold and silver. And I put Feraligatr as a solid B. He's always my rival. He is or Totodile. Totodile's cool.
I like him. I like him.
Okay.
So I love Decidueye. Rowlet's a D tier.
No.
He's
spherical. He's a perfect little circle. And here's the thing.
He looks like an
Sun
egg.
And Moon. Yeah, and Sun and Moon.
Egg.
And Sun and Moon, he can turn his head back to look at you, when you're playing. And some of my favorite internet memes are like a Rowlet in front of a Groudon, and the Rowlet's like, what? Like he's looking back at you. Like, what are you doing to me? No, Rowlet's definitely an A at the lowest.
Decidueye really kind of carries that though.
Yeah. I'm equating the final forms to this as well.
I think you got to move Squirtle up into the S tier.
No.
So
I'm not doing it. If anything, I'm moving Squirtle down to B and Bulbasaur up to the S tier.
Don't you touch Squirtle. The Squirtle squad will come for you, man.
Well, here's the thing. We need a grass Pokemon to go to the S tier. I think it's the only thing that's fair.
I told you from the beginning, Trico.
He is cool. Okay, here's why Trico gets the bump. Purely because of the anime. Ash's Trico's cool. He's got the twig in his mouth. Actually, every one of these Pokemon in the S tier in the anime, Ash has, and they're all good. These are like 3 of his best Pokemon. So that's a solid argument.
So,
okay, new starter. Purely based on looks.
Well, I know where you're sticking
Sprigatito.
So, okay, let's do him. Solid B tier.
Solid B.
Solid B. It's a good looking design. A grass cat seems interesting.
Weed cat, as the internet's calling him.
Yeah.
Yes.
Let's.
So my other favorite thing, and I'm posting this in our Discord. It's Sprigatito, but it's to Despacito. I don't know if I can. Can you hear it on my screen? Actually, I wonder if I pull it up here. Let's see if I can play audio through it. We're gonna test something out. What if you can hear this? No. Okay, I gotta figure out that that's a different time. But there's
find it, post it in the Discord.
Yeah. I already have it. I'm posting in Discord. But it's him saying Sprigatito to Despacito. And my 4-year-old daughter and my 7-year-old son think it's the funniest thing in the world. It's a good one. So it's cute. I'm curious to see what its final evolution will be. I'll give it the benefit of the doubt. And give it the B tier.
Yeah.
Fuecoco.
I
love the Coco.
I do too. Obviously, I'm a reptile guy. You look over my shoulder and
the fire crocodile. Rumor is he's going to be a fire. So the rumor is, and this is a big thing for the new starters, Sprigatito's going to grass and dark, is what the leaks are saying. Fuecoco's fire ghost, Quackly is water fighting. So you have the rock, paper, scissors, water beats fire, fire beats grass, grass beats water. But then it's the inverse for their secondary types. Fighting beats dark, dark beats ghost, and ghost doesn't beat fighting, but it takes no damage to fighting. Ghost is immune to fighting. So
I think I mean Ghost in a starter Pokemon that's awesome.
Yeah, Decidueye.
Ghost,
We have that for
ghost
Rowlet.
typing. So I think he goes A tier.
Yes.
I think he goes A tier.
And we're done.
Okay, sounds good.
Yeah, Quackley's got the best hair in the business, and he's going to be an awesome starter if they make his stats right. And I'm all here for it. So that's the ranking of starters. I think it's time to open our final pack.
The final pack. My choice.
Your choice. What do you
my
choose?
choice. And my choice actually is, well, it's Flashfire from X and Y.
Flashfire.
And
now, why did you choose Flashfire? What are you looking for here?
So Flashfire, this is a Charizard set. We're hunting Charizards, and while Charizard might not be my number one guy on that on a tier list, he's my number one guy in a Pokemon card. That's who you're looking for. I want to say there's seven Charizards in this set. They're graded into 10. You're looking at a lot of money. A lot of money. I don't like to quote lots of money. By the way, this is for those who don't know, this is a sleeved booster pack. This is the best way to buy packs individually. If you're buying online, especially, you run the risk of getting packs that are resealed, especially stuff that's a little more expensive. Flashfire is a little bit. It's the premium XY pack. So, but we're looking for Charizard, Mega Charizard. Let's crack her open.
All right, do it, dude.
Let's see what we got here for the artwork. We still got the Kangaskhan. Kangaskhan's the other featured Pokemon here. I think Toxicroak also might get
Toxicroak's all right.
Yeah, but that's not why we're opening this set. We're opening this set because we want shiny Mega Charizard. I don't know what the colors mean here. So let's see what we got. There's your fairy type. Some Floette.
Okay.
Sacred Ash. Miltank. And I like these older designs of these cards. It's kind of fun to see.
Mm-hmm.
Leo.
It's always interesting to see like a hand-drawn one, because sometimes they're fan submitted. They do a contest every year, and then you're like, oh, look at this, 3D, boom.
Yep. I like that one though. That's a good one.
Fairy type cards still existed in X and Y. Do steel type? Hold on. Do steel type cards exist in Sword and Shield?
I don't know. Oh, in Sword and Shield, yes.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Get some Esper. A little Baniri. Ponyta. That's a good looking Ponyta, actually.
Yeah. Glaring Ponyta.
C-Dot.
All right, let's get some hype in the chat. Hold on, because this is our last pack.
This is our last pack.
Everyone, spam hype. Give us the Diglett hype. Give us the hype. Hype.
Third Ponyta. Hey, I think that is a lot of Ponyta. There's a lot of Ponyta. All right. Do we have it in this?
That's it.
Oh, yeah, Barbacle! What a jerk! What a jerk!
What a jerk!
Oh, Barbacle is our troll of the day. What a jerk!
Troll.
Okay.
Troll of the day.
Okay. Barbacle.
Oh man, Barbacle, you suck.
Well,
Eric, that is it for our show. For those of you that stayed and watched with us, Dizzle, I think he's the business. I want Langley here. I see Langley talking in the chat too. How do we do this, Eric? What do we do for these two guys? It's really between them. Dizzle did hold it down.
You know what? I've got an idea. We can have a pack battle.
Oh, okay.
We can
Langley, if you're still in here, which I believe you are, how are you gonna have a pack battle? What is your pack battle?
I'm going to give them each. I'm gonna have them choose of.
Okay.
Some Sword and Shield packs. We'll do Battle Styles, Darkness Ablaze,
and whatever one's the better pack is the winner. Okay.
And Brilliant Stars. And
love that. Oh, that's Phil. That's Phil. Never mind. It's Phil.
No.
Get out of here, Phil.
Never mind.
Yeah, never mind. Boo. All right, Dizzle. But a pack battle would be a great way, and we'll save that for a future episode. So, all right, Dizzle, you can reach out to Enrique. We can wait, it's actually his son. Yeah, no, we're not buying that. What are you doing here? That is neglect. Are you going to take the card out of a child's hand?
He
Yeah.
does it all the time.
Yeah, I do it all the time already. Yeah. Wait, I'm like, give me. How do you think I get all my collections? I steal them from my students. I say, hey, where'd that card come from? It's mine now. No.
So yeah, get in touch with me on the Discord. We'll
yeah.
It's
we'll
a true giveaway. So yeah, true giveaway. So no shipping anything. Just
yeah.
Give
a PO box and hit him up. Well, I think that's it for us. If you guys like what you saw, thank you for joining us today on the first episode of Opening a Six Pack. We're going to try to do this about twice a month, if not once a month, with everything going on. But if you want to find more of us, just come to Underpowered in the Underpowered Discord. Thanks everybody for watching and listening, and we'll see you next